Welcome back, and take a moment to settle in, because today's story is one of those rare behind-the-scenes moments that grows more powerful the longer you sit with it. It wasn't planned, it wasn't meant to be special, and it certainly wasn't meant for fans. Yet once it surfaced, it became one of those quiet memories people keep returning to, replaying again and again, because it felt real in a way scripted scenes never do. The day itself had stretched on longer than expected. Filming started early, ran late, and left everyone moving on autopilot by the end. Crew members spoke in shorter sentences. Conversations faded quickly. Equipment was shifted with tired hands. The set lights were still bright, but the energy around them had softened, weighed down by hours of work. It was the kind of day where even smiling took effort. Cheng had just wrapped a physically demanding scene, one of those sequences that requires focus, strength, and repetition. The kind that looks effortless on screen but quietly drains you with every take. When the director finally called cut, he didn't celebrate. He didn't joke. He simply stepped away from the center of the set, breathing slower, shoulders tense, sweat darkening the edge of his hairline. He leaned slightly against a nearby structure, eyes lowered, letting the moment pass. A few steps away, Bai Lu was still engaged in conversation with the crew. She laughed at something someone said, nodded along, seemed perfectly normal. But then her gaze shifted. Just once. And that was enough. She noticed him. The change was subtle. Her expression softened, her attention narrowing in a way that suggested familiarity rather than curiosity. She watched him quietly, long enough to pick up on the small details, the way he rolled his neck once, the way his hand tightened slightly before relaxing again. Not dramatic signs of exhaustion. Just honest ones. She didn't rush over. She didn't announce herself. She reached to the side, picked up a water bottle from the table, held it for a brief moment, then started walking toward him. Halfway there, she slowed, as if reconsidering, before continuing anyway. She stopped in front of him and extended the bottle gently. Her voice was calm and low, almost lost in the background noise. "Drink some first." Cheng looked up, surprise flickering across his face. For a brief second, he seemed unsure of how long she had been watching him. Then he took the bottle, nodded lightly, and thanked her. His voice was quiet, still catching up with his breathing. As he drank, Bai Lu stepped back, giving him space without turning away. She folded her hands behind her back, posture relaxed, eyes still on him, not staring, not hovering, simply present. She didn't check her phone. She didn't glance around nervously. She waited as though time wasn't in a hurry. Once he finished, she moved forward again. Instead of taking the bottle immediately, she reached out and tightened the cap herself before handing it back. The movement was quick, absent-minded, almost unconscious. A detail so small most people would never notice it in real time. But fans noticed later. Cheng smiled then, a softened expression that came easily, without performance. He said something quietly, too low to be heard clearly, and Bai Lu laughed at once. Not a loud laugh, but warm and genuine, the kind that escapes when you're comfortable. She turned slightly, pretending to step away, while still smiling to herself as if she hadn't planned to react that way. Around them, nothing stopped. The set kept moving. Crew members adjusted lights. Someone called out the next setup. Life continued uninterrupted. It might have ended there. Except someone, somewhere nearby, had recorded a short clip, not intentionally, not dramatically. Just enough to capture that moment before both of them blended back into the rhythm of work. No music. No zoom. No editing tricks. Just a brief glimpse of something real. When the clip surfaced online later, fans slowed it down. Watched it again. Then again. They noticed how Bai Lu's attention shifted before she moved. They noticed how she approached quietly instead of calling his name. They noticed how she stepped back while he drank, offering space rather than pressure. They noticed how Cheng-Yi's posture visibly loosened afterward, like someone checking in had taken a weight off his shoulders. The comment sections filled quickly. Why does this feel so natural? That wasn't acting at all. She didn't have to do that, which is why it mattered. You can't fake moments like this. Some fans argued it meant nothing. Others insisted it meant everything. But most agreed on one thing: it felt human. Honest. Unrefined. Later that night, Bailu posted a group photo from set. Smiles, casual poses, nothing special in the caption. Cheng remained silent online. And somehow, that quietness made the moment linger even more. Because the most powerful interactions don't always announce themselves. They happen in passing, in between work, in moments where no one is watching, until suddenly, everyone is. And that's why this small exchange stayed with fans long after the clip faded off their screens. Not because it was romantic. Not because it was dramatic. But because it was real. And once people recognize real, they never let it go.